Yeah.
Well, not like you can't, you know.
Hello, ISCP fans. Welcome to a little bonus content here.
Bonus.
Frank just got called away like not 10 seconds ago, and I'm sick of waiting.
Wait your whole life. I did make the comment he was going to be late to the delivery. He got very upset about that, so I can't say that. He's like, that is what I will not be late for. I'm like, yeah, we'll see.
Right.
Well, hopefully if he has to drive me, then, you know, he'll see.
That'd make for a good podcast episode. Good live episode.
Yeah, right? My God, like, breathe, Missy, shut up! I know what I'm supposed to do!
Yeah.
It's like they always tell you that, but it's just like, have you ever felt the pain of it? Like, we know what we're supposed to do. It's just the pain of it isn't allowing you to do that.
What's that?
Huh?
What'd you say? Pain? What?
Yeah.
What? Living with you? What?
Yeah.
No, living with you, Frank.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say. Yeah. Are we live now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sorry.
No, you can.
I am not. You know, I am totally an unbiased member of this media community. What member? No, I'm sorry. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Indy SportsCar podcast. Hi, Missy.
Hello.
Hi, Jared.
Hi, guys.
/ so many names. You can't wait, can you? Let's break right into the breaking news.
Oh, we got some breaking news. We want to get right to some good news coverage.
Let's do it.
I guess.
I don't know about good news coverage, but
Breaking news.
Isn't that like a naval ship thing?
Hi, guys.
It's legit. Hey, legit IndyCar news guy. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing great. How are you guys? Sorry about last week. Couldn't make it. We were Dottie and I were down on a yacht. We were on a cruise in the Caribbean.
It's Caribbean, but go ahead.
watch out for those sharks.
Oh yeah, no, the sharks weren't no problem at all. We had a little. Someone had a little cough spell, and then nobody would let us out of our rooms.
Oh no, you were quarantined?
That's what they called it. I called it taking away my basic human rights.
Okay, Karen. So moving on.
Yeah, I heard there was quite a bit of news while I was away. A lot of things getting canceled.
Yep.
Or postponed.
Well, postponed for now.
TBH, whatever that means. Or no, TBA, I'm sorry. See? TBH means
I don't know what TBH means.
No,
yeah, to be announced.
Well, the
have TBD, to be determined.
Or TBC, to be canceled, maybe.
I hope.
2?
Although it is the state of Ohio, and Ohio sucks a lot.
Yeah, I can't argue with you. Yeah, I mean, when I think vacation, legit IndyCar news guy, I think Cleveland right away, or maybe
Cleveland,
or maybe even a stay over in Columbus, even.
Oh God, that's the worst.
I know,
like the worst city ever.
I still haven't placed the smell to this day. Don't know what it is.
Yeah, some about the Buckeyes. Looks like hot leaf. All those stickers.
Have we ever been in Columbus?
Yes, pretty sure your hotel was there.
That's right, it was. Didn't you lose my drone?
That was Iowa.
Oh, that was yeah.
Yeah, I lost a defective drone in Iowa, but it came down a week later when the tornado came through.
No, there was no tornado. There was no wind. I wouldn't fly a drone with wind.
No,
the operator.
Week later, it came off the roof in a tornado.
You mean? Oh, that's it. Yeah, you're right. The week later after we were gone.
Week after the race.
Yeah,
About a half hour north of the track where you stayed. Tornado came through just 1 week too late.
Yeah. Tore apart our hotel room and everything. We would have been in it if it was a week later. That's crazy. But hey, I didn't get my drone back. They didn't mail it to me.
That thing was a piece of garbage, anyways.
No, it wasn't. It was a mosquito, sir. It was a fine piece of machinery that you lost on me.
I had no rudder, had no vertical control.
Yes, the elevators were a bit stiff. I'll give it that.
Elevators were broken.
It had no elevators. All right, moving on.
Like 5 more where that came from.
Yeah, they're hanging.
Hopefully, we'll have an opportunity to go to Iowa again, but who knows?
I don't know. We'll see. Yeah. So let's get into that. Let's get into your news. I'll stop cutting you off.
No, I mean, besides the Mid-Ohio race being postponed to an indeterminate date due to the COVID, we also found out this week that the Indianapolis in the International Sweepstakes, as I do believe it was called, the 500-mile race will not have any fans or not happen because of the war.
What war?
I thought the war just ended. When race because of the war, we just got back. Now there's no racing, no people.
There, yeah. I mean,
It was WW2 and WW1 had no race, no fans. Now they're gonna race, but no fans. There's no war. All the good drivers aren't off fighting for their countries against each other. No, they're gonna be fighting for their countries on the track in front of nobody.
Not even most of the media.
That is true. I've been told that even if you have this hard card, that doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, what do they feel like? Are they hard?
I feel bad for everybody, especially like the photographers. All those people with the typewriters with the televisions on it, they can work from just about anywhere. But the guys who carry on those big boxes with the big flashes and trying to take a good still photograph and then have to go back to the dark room and develop that photo before the end of the race. That takes some skill right there.
Do they really have dark rooms at the media center there?
Now you got to bring your own dark room.
Mobile dark room.
Yeah, it's called the second floor of the media center.
Yeah. It makes sense. But yeah, they are hard, by the way. But that doesn't matter, apparently.
Just tapping your pencil on the mic there, Gino.
Nice. I didn't just hit that with you there.
Yes, you did.
My bad. I went backwards. And
wow, that's some spousal abuse.
Wow.
I am a firm supporter of that.
Me too. They deserve it, right? Just Yep. That's right. All right. Start. You can send your hate mail to Jared DePal. Kidding.
I don't know who you're talking about.
Me neither. He's just some guy. So moving on. What other news do you have?
Well, I mean, Fernando Alonso made his way to the United States.
Well, he can't leave, so he might as well race.
Yeah. I mean, can't really race anything else, can he?
Well, he
can race computer cars on his typewriter with a television on it. That's what I use.
I think
I want to race cars. I use my typewriter with a television on it.
We'll get to your Corvettes. That got lucky as heck again.
Whatever.
Every race you guys win. Every race you guys win are on the last lap because everyone else in front of you crashes for some reason.
Yeah.
Wait, you mean hold on. Did I hear this correctly? There's a woman racing cars?
No. Well, yes, but that's not what we're talking about.
Oh, okay. Just want to make sure that was not happening.
Why? Because they crashed. You know what?
No. It's not just that. It's
That's
not so much the
the goal.
crashing. They can avoid crashing. It's so easy to crash when you're doing 10 under the speed limit.
What is the speed limit back in your day there, legit IndyCar news guy?
27 kilometers an hour. At least that's what people believe it is. I will at least do 40 kilometers an hour.
I don't know what that means.
I just see the sign says speed limit 40, and I just assume that that's kilometers an hour because that's how fast the woman in front of me is going. She must think it's 40 kilometers an hour because she's only doing about 25 miles an hour.
Thank you. There we go. Now I understand what you're talking about. Okay. So she's doing 25 and a 40?
Yeah, because I don't know if there's something wrong with the car or with her brain.
The latter.
That's what I keep saying.
Mm-hmm.
But apparently they're still allowed on the road.
Oh, you both suck.
Makes me wish this was like Saudi Arabia or something.
She definitely wasn't going to vote. I know that. So I don't know where she was going. She had been going to get her man.
Probably going to the store, to the mall.
Yep.
Spend all of her husband's money.
Mm-hmm.
Not like Missy. Missy's a hard worker. She earns her own money. Not like that freeloading Frank.
Tell me about it. Spends it all.
Yeah, right. I love living life. It's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't been able to spend any money on my legit IndyCar media work because, well, can't really go anywhere. So I just spend money on this stuff that goes with my typewriter with television on it. Make that better.
So stupid. Do you have news?
I mean, there's not a whole lot of news out there. Saw a press conference today with some Ray Hall Letterman Lanigan drivers. You know that David Letterman, that man's got a beard, looks like Santa Claus.
Yes, he does.
Almost like having to shave your face every day of your life for 40 years. When you don't have to anymore, it's like, oh, hey, what's this, a razor? Yeah, screw that.
Get this.
Nobody wants a razor. You're going to cut yourself.
Yeah, nobody
You
likes
don't know what you're doing.
I haven't used a razor in months. I keep going with I shaved 2 days ago look.
You look like Graham Rahal, who's clearly given up on growing a beard, growing any sort of mustache. It's like the same. It's like he trims it. Either he trims it, or it just grows in like a child.
Yeah, I'm sure it takes a good 3 months for what he does get.
I forgot. I was going to see if we could get him on the show later, but I'm pretty sure he's a little too busy.
Yeah, probably. We have a better shot at Takuma.
Oh, that Takuma. Yeah, I've seen he's a good guy.
Yeah.
We've been aggressive, but you think he's come along pretty well over the years.
No, he's been the same.
But he won.
Yeah. When when people are terrified when you see in your mirror, they move over.
Bonsai.
God. No, he didn't. Oh my God, he didn't. So, any more racist or sexist stuff you'd like to say, legit IndyCar guy from the 20s?
I
mean, have we? Let's have a talk about the Ruskies.
Well, I did see it in other Japanese news. Honda has actually offered to help out any future engine manufacturers that might want to join the IndyCar series. They have actually offered technical help to help these potential manufacturers join the series. You don't see that out of their American counterparts. We're too good for that.
I guess Honda's thinking ahead that if we entice them to come over, we won't have to spend so much money. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not what you hear, it's what you don't hear. Read between the lines, people. That's racing for you.
Yeah, I really gotta give it to that Ted Klaus over there at Honda. He's a really smart fellow.
He sure is. Yep. Normally he loses his job if he spends too much of their money. But if
Yeah,
he saves them,
sometimes, but he's got a very efficient sounding name, very German sounding name, very Klaus. That's
going.
obviously a
mm-hmm.
it's
Is he?
obviously a
You think
German.
he is?
Very efficient people.
What's my last name again?
I thought you were Italian.
I am half, yes, but what's my last name then? What is it?
Eisen mein Scheißen.
Nein, ist lecker.
Schnell.
Achtung.
Yeah, ask him what linker means in German.
No, don't ask him. And it's slang. It's not the real meaning. Moving on.
I thought it meant tiny pecker.
Well,
close.
It means left-handed, all right?
No, it doesn't.
Well, get it left-handed. So slang, it
I
means
see what
that,
you're saying.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
We used to take those types of people. And
Can we talk about no fans at Indy
yeah,
500?
let's talk about no fans. It's a crying shame. Why even have the race at all?
I mean, it stinks.
Hundreds of
I get
thousands
it,
of
but
people
spend
their money, hard-earned money, to go sit and watch these race.
I
and
think
they're not going to get to do that.
But
They got to
this
watch
is
from home.
IndyCar's moneymaker, this race, and
How are they going to make money? Unless you're selling millions of dollars for each banner over the seats. You're going to see so many banners with logos, and that's about the only way they're going to make money.
because in this day and age, LING, Bling, I'm going to call you from now on, legit news guy. It's not media guy, which should be whatever. So they make all their money off the TV deal. They don't care who shows up there.
Correct, but
so let's move on.
What about the track? That
Indy,
track needs a lot of money for Roger Penske. He spent a lot of money.
Well,
That's going to make nothing. It's going to get nothing this year.
Well, it's a good thing that the guy that owns the series owns the track.
The series doesn't make money.
Yes, they do. They make money off of the TV revenue.
If you think the IndyCar series turns a profit, an annual profit, you are a fool.
Well, you know what? You're a fool if you think that IndyCar isn't doing everything in their power to bring racing to people.
Correct, but to make a profit is not the
goal. Let's talk
about
the blackout that doesn't exist anymore. Why doesn't the blackout exist in IndyCar anymore? Which it should, because I don't really think IndyCar has any clout up in NBC corporate offices, and
that's actually not a corporate thing. That's a local thing.
Okay, if you let me finish. NBC corporate offices in Indy, they don't care about sporting events. I'm sure they just care about what the contract says, and if it doesn't sell out, it's blacked out for the area. It's for football games.
It's called tradition, and every sport that way.
But this is a bit different.
Me that the Indy 500 isn't a sellout.
It's always a sellout.
Then why is it blacked out?
It's never blacked out. It's blacked out because no one's there.
They will only lift the blackout if 100% of tickets sell, not 99% and 98% like other sports that say close enough. If it's not 100%, it's a blackout, and it's asinine. It's absolutely asinine.
I know it's asinine, but the thought behind it is to make sure that it's a sellout for the home fans or the people closest to the track and everything.
It's a 250,000 seats.
You know what they should do? I seen this thing that some other race, I forget what other race it was, but they should hire those little buckets,
I love cardboard people.
Drive it in the parking lot in a little bucket and just raise it up. And bam, right, look over top of it. There you go. Fans at the track. Social distancing.
I don't get the buckets. What are you talking about?
Like a bucket truck.
So 100,000 bucket truck.
Fire truck.
Why not?
You
They did it in
And then set a fire to the grandstands, and then show up in a fire truck to put it out, and then you can watch the race.
So you want Sunbelt to divert all of their bucket trucks and man lifts from all over the world?
People can rent them. Just saying.
You know how
I
expensive
like
they are?
the idea better.
That's $1,000 a week.
Yeah, just do what I did. Do what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna set the grandstands on fire, and then when the fire department shows up, we're gonna knock them out, and then climb up on the ladder and watch the race.
Because the race wouldn't be postponed for any of that actions.
Nah, maybe not.
And exactly how will you set stands?
Nobody cares.
I'm curious on how you're going to make metal burn.
I'm gonna like fill a little lunch bag full of dog poop, and then light on fire and throw it up in the stands, and wait for the fire department to show up.
So when they step on it,
That's a lot of bags of dog poop, man.
Nah, I'm just gonna go to like the grocery store and get like a paper grocery bag, fill it up with some poop, and then light it and throw it in the grandstands and wait for the fire department to show up, and then just use a ladder to watch the race.
The Indy 500 can't run with fans. I think just bag it.
No way.
When I watch it on TV, I don't see the stands.
It's not fair to the ticket holders. It's not fair to Roger Penske, and it's not fair to the most important thing of all, tradition.
Yeah, I agree.
Tradition is the number one thing above
Unless-
all
Last
else.
time the 500.
And it's not tradition if there's no fans.
Unless there's
Never.
a thing called a pandemic going on.
Doesn't matter.
You know what? If people just do what they're supposed to do. But God forbid people do sensible things these days.
Like what? Breathe.
Oh. Wear a mask. Be like, just.
You and I both know the masks are just a joke. They don't work. The virus is getting through that mask.
Oh, is it?
Not very fast, though. It at least retards the speed of it.
That's true.
Slows it
That is
down
true.
so it doesn't spew out your projectiles so far. Like a savage.
Yeah, I mean, film someone doing it with a slow speed camera. You'll still see a whole bunch of nastiness coming through the mask.
You will. But compared to no mask versus wearing a mask, and the velocity and the distance of projectiles travel is far less.
And when you're in the stands with the wind going this way, so someone sneezes like a few seats down and it goes into my head. Yeah,
Well, if NASCAR can have 20,000 people at Bristol and no COVID clusters at 2 weeks after the race, then I think the Indy 500 can handle 25% capacity.
right. But then RTI shows up in mid-Ohio, and a week later, it goes from 5,000 to 105,000. So what's your point?
There wasn't 105,000 people at that race.
No, I'm talking about in the city of, okay, there's no city of mid-Ohio, but that area.
Dayton.
Yeah, Dayton. But there's a reason why the IndyCar race was postponed, is because the COVID numbers went from something very small to something very large. And
Also, Ohio sucks.
yeah, it sucks too. But I mean, what was the big difference between before and after? Was a whole lot of people came from all over the country to corrugate and then leave again. I mean, this is kind of how it happens.
To an RTI race, I highly doubt it.
Oh yeah, because the RTI, and
They're not drawing in 105,000 people. You can
In
just.
fact, I'm pretty sure there were like no fans there.
You're not following what I'm saying.
You'll be lucky if there was like 1,000 people there.
Hey, Miss,
Oh,
how many
there.
how many people work for Pelfrey? How many people work for Cape? How many people work for Exclusive? Go. 200-300 ish. And that's just Pro Mazda.
I don't think so.
No,
Two,
I'm talking
300-ish, a
okay,
team.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
I think that's a little
Team,
excessive.
drivers, support staff, truck drivers. They got to bring in food. You got the series itself. I mean, all said and done with 2 series and all their teams.
You know,
How
this
many
would all be
people's
solved
that?
by if people just watch.
I don't believe that
They
the
should have just
Mid-Ohio
washed their hands.
was the
You're
cause
right.
of the COVID.
I'm not saying that RTI caused the COVID.
Because normally the spikes come about 2 weeks after a big gathering, and it was only about 1 week. So
5 days.
it was 5 days, and so
2 weeks is the limit. If you go 2 weeks in one day,
nothing directly related. NASCAR had 20,000 people at
I
Bristol
don't care.
and no COVID.
They race in front of a green screen. Don't you know this? It's not real.
Like the moon landing?
Exactly. It hasn't happened yet. What do you know about it?
I come from the future.
We are going backwards. Yeah, we are going backwards in culture. Yeah. So what? Like, are you from 2035-ish?
No, I come from like 1952.
Whatever. Back to my original point. I think it sucks, and I think we should just bag the Indy 500, and it can run next year.
I agree.
I'm going to stick to my original answer when we were posed this question by Mike.
Then at the very least, we'll be able to do the hot mic.
Speaking of hot mic, how can they do that? In legit IndyCar news guy?
The hot mic?
Yeah, the hot mic app or Periscope.
Yeah, just download the free hot mic app onto your mobile device. It's like a little typewriter with a television on it in your pocket. You just download the app there. Use code ISCP for Indy SportsCar Podcast to follow the brains of the operation, and then you'll be able to watch alongside Jared and Missy and Frank whenever he's not asleep or at work, and then be able to watch along with us on whatever race is going on.
Speaking of race that we missed,
we should do some hockey. We should do a hockey game.
Go Flyers.
Flyers just beat the Caps. They
number 1 seed is going to be ours.
They beat down the Penguins, they beat down the Bruins, and they beat down the Caps.
Oh, good. I hate that Sidney.
Next up is the Tampa Bay Lightning.
Yeah, that's Sidney Crosby. He was crying at the end of the game.
His name is Cindy Crosby.
Yes, it is. I mean, he had little ice flakes on his cheeks at the end because he was crying so much. Oh, I feel so bad for him.
Good loser. My team was so good they didn't even get an invite to this because everybody knew that if the Detroit Red Wings got in, nobody had any chance at all. So they said, you know, Detroit, you're just too good this year. So we're not going to let you into the tournament. You're so good.
Hasn't that been going on for about 5 years now?
Yeah, they suck ass.
Yeah. Right on.
More like the Detroit Griffins. That's our AHL team who sends all their good players up to Detroit to suck.
I was
going to say trial by fire, a little poke and hope.
Well, it was races this weekend. I'm just saying, you know.
There was a race. I watched some Formula One on my golf trip.
So doing a boring sport, watching a boring
great
sport.
Race if you enjoyed cars crashing into the wall and wheels falling off. I mean, if you actually were watching for a competitive race where man and machine compete against each other, that was not to be found. But if you were looking for cars crashing into the wall for no apparent reason, then it was a good race.
And apparently, somebody blew a whistle on the F1 chassis instability and not safe in the least for the last 7 years. Yeah. Have you
No,
heard
you
that
no
one?
need for a tire to just break off of a car with minimal impact and go flying all over all willy-nilly. That
Yeah.
is insane.
All you
Oh,
got.
wait, I feel like I read that headline somewhere. Ferrari? Was that Ferrari?
Just go to f1.com. It's there. Or I mean, well, just go to motorsports.com. I'm sure it's there because it's true. That's where you go. Or you can also go to another great site, ran a little bit more independently from Michigan. What is it called again, Jared? Or I mean, a legit IndyCar news guy.
What was that?
What is your website called? What's your website called? Go.
Oh, that one's realopenwheel.com.
There you go. You can go there too. But if you go to motorsport.com, which if you want to know if something's true or not and you hear a rumor, just go there and you'll know. If it's not there, then it's a rumor. It's that simple. Anyway, so while Missy's looking that up, so who won? I'm so happy for Hamilton. Moving on.
I actually saw something where Hamilton was like, I don't like all this not competing with anybody. I want to be able to compete with guys not on my team.
Willpower won. Was it Phoenix? I want to say it was Phoenix or something close to it. It was about 4 years ago, right when Jay Fry pretty much took it. About 2 years into Jay Fry's tenure of his greatness of running this fine series.
Well, it wasn't Phoenix because
it wasn't Phoenix, but it was something. It was a very short oval. It wasn't Gateway, but it felt like Gateway. It wasn't Iowa. Was that? No, it wasn't Iowa. Jared, I mean, legit IndyCar news guy can help if he can remember. But my point being is Willpower won the race, and it was an oval, which back then was a rarity to begin with. And he was mad that it was too easy because there was way too much downforce on the cars, and there was no reason why the car that won the race, their average lap throughout the entire race were almost identical to the last place. So he threw the series under the bus, said that they needed to change things, take some downforce off, actually make these things look like you are trying to drive them. And look what Jay Fry does. The very freaking next year announces that, like almost 4,000 pounds downforce was going to come off the cars. At least. What was that? At least 2 years ago, I think.
I believe that was 2017.
Yeah. And I cannot remember the freaking. I want to say it's Phoenix.
Will Power never won Phoenix. He took second place in 2017.
He might not have won, but I know he podium maybe.
Paginode.
Yeah.
Frenchman.
And I'm still upset about that race. I don't understand how Pagenaud all of a sudden lapped the freaking field just because of like a line far. It was just ridiculous.
Yeah, only 4 cars finished on the lead lap in that race.
Because of a yellow from Charlie Kimball, of all people. Imagine that. Kimball has lost Will so many races.
Charlie Kimball.
Watkins Glen.
Charlie Kimball finished 2 laps down.
Huh?
Charlie Kimball finished 2 laps down. He did not have. He actually, he didn't crash.
No, he crashed other people out.
Oh.
He caused the yellow.
Yeah.
Yeah, he caused the yellow, had to come in, have his front wing, replaced.
Oh, wow.
Right? So all of a sudden, as soon as the yellow came out, everybody was a lap down other than Simon Pagenaud, so including Charlie Kimball. So then when they came in, Charlie Kimball had to get serviced real quick, and that took another lap. That's why he was 2 laps down. Trust me, I remember this race because we talked about it for 3 weeks. I was steaming for 3 weeks.
Okay. Well, I do have some other news here that we didn't get to. All the West Coast, all the race, any sort of race on the West Coast has been canceled, including the end for Road to Indy. They were supposed to race at Portland and Laguna Seca, but I heard that they relocated the finale to a place out by you guys.
We are going.
We won't have to drive 11 hours to enjoy some amazing
That is
racing.
a 20-minute drive.
For right now. If they do it next year again, it'll be a 3-minute drive.
No.
Yep. That's all I'm saying about that. I'm moving on. Okay, yeah.
Well, it must be nice to be able to go to a racetrack.
I don't know if we'll be able to go. They didn't say fans are allowed.
Yeah.
Well, all you got to do is say,
Oh, I am going up there and I'm slamming my thing down. Like,
I would-
no.
I would
We're
recommend
RTI
you
hard
come
card holders,
ahead
baby.
of time, possibly reaching out to certain people who could just say, hey, I'd like to go cover the event, not just watch. I want to do coverage. I want to do live podcasts from the track, interviewing people. You just tell them that.
Yeah.
I
No,
feel like that isn't that much of a stretch to bring a laptop with a webcam built into it.
Yeah, Missy.
no, I was just saying we missed some news about Dale Coyne signing Davison.
Oh, yes, James Davidson, the Bird entry.
Yes.
Jonathan Bird Racing. Partnering with Dale Coyne for a car for James Davidson, trying to fill out the Indianapolis 500-mile race field.
I mean, call me crazy, but doesn't he always have Davidson with him?
Yeah, usually the last few years.
Yeah, I mean, him and Tristan. Wasn't it him, Tristan, and that talentless nothing that was with him? What was her name?
Man, I believe.
That's it. That horrible wench. Yeah.
Yeah, not a friendly person.
No, she's very mean. A very mean person in person. She's very nice to the kids. I will give her that. She's very good for the series, PR wise. But yeah.
Yeah, don't actually try to talk to her.
No, don't get to know her. Terrible human being. Moving on. So figure don't have one now. Screw it. But anyway. Yeah. I already sent out a email, so we'll be there. We'll be there.
Okay.
And if not, I know where to sneak in at because it's New Jersey. I mean, we're surrounded by woods. They can't cover it all. It's a big track.
And I heard some NASCAR guy drove an Indy car last week.
Oh, please.
A Jimmy Johnson. Some laps on the road course.
He's about the only driver in the entire series that even has the chops to do it.
Yeah, all those NASCAR ninnies are just a bunch of pansies afraid of actual real car.
Yeah, like sports cars say, at their own prestigious track. How many of them race in the 24 this year?
2.
I don't consider
Okay, maybe
Dinger,
1.
I don't consider AJ Allman Dinger NASCAR. I'm sorry.
Eh,
The bulk of his career is IndyCar. I'm sorry.
correct.
Thank you. I know I am. I don't need your vindication, sir.
Usually you do because you're wrong.
I know. As long as I sound like I know what I'm talking about, I'm right until she tells me I'm not. Then I don't agree. I mean, I don't argue. I know she's dead right that I'm wrong. But until she says that, I'm right. Right? Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Sure.
So, yeah, looking forward to it. Missy, when's RTI will be at the New Jersey Motorsport Park in Millville, New Jersey?
The weekend of October 9th. What is that?
See, that makes me October. I'm terrified of because I know history, and I found out real quickly that no one else does in this country, apparently, but I do. October is going to be so bad.
No, October is the greatest month of the year.
It's your birthday,
Especially October 30th.
Yes, Mischief Night.
I'm gonna party like it's your birthday.
Yeah, Mischief Night's your birthday. It's just so fitting.
What is that supposed to mean?
Because you're mischievous. You're always plotting. You're like a cat. I look at you like, what are you really thinking? I mean, you've got this like I'm innocent look face on, but I know better. I know better.
It's like I'm a cat. Just like
Yeah, exactly. Just knocking stuff over, peeing in a litter box like you normally do. That's a joke. She's got 2 litter boxes.
Frank needs to go in the litter box.
No, I go outside.
And I'm going to say it again.
Moving along.
My Corvettes 1 and 2 again this weekend at Road
Yes,
America.
congratulations, Miss. They didn't earn any of it. Congratulations. Congratulations. Yep, that car right there, P4 to P1, just like that. Because why?
No.
The monsoon happened in Wisconsin.
Excuse me, no.
What?
They came in P2.
Oh, the other Corvette.
The number 3 was P1.
I'm sorry.
But of course, the BMWs and Porsches, they don't know how to drive in the rain, so that's what they get.
You're right, because especially the Porsche.
Hold on, if that's all the news, I'm going to get out of here. I gotta go. Click. Hey guys.
Hey Jared, what's up?
Hey Jared.
You missed the IndyCar news guy.
Oh, legit IndyCar news guy. Yeah.
Yeah, he shows up every time you leave. I don't know why. It's just weird.
It's all right. I think I saw him in the elevator.
Oh, you mean the lift?
Yeah, the lift.
I still haven't figured out where you're from or what time period yet, but I'm slowly inching.
I'm here in the IMS Media Center. There's nobody else here with me, but I'm in the media center. I don't know what. That's actually where I ran into him. I saw him in the elevator there going up to the 4th floor. He was coming off the 2nd floor.
What? Oh, did he have pictures with him?
I mean, he was carrying something that looked like a typewriter with a television on it. But
I will never look at my phone and iPad the same again.
I mean, it is kind of striking that it really does look like a typewriter with a television on it.
Because it pretty much is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, it's so sad that I used to have a typewriter.
You had a typewriter?
Of course I did.
Why?
Yeah, little comment here. He's going to be going to Mid Ohio and both, just like me, and just like you guys. We were all hoping to be able to go, and nobody's going to get to go.
Well, I wasn't going to go to
Lance. I feel your pain, buddy. I feel your pain, but you know what? I mean, it could always be worse. They could have canceled this year. Period.
They should have.
Kind of wish it would.
No. We finally got Ollie and Pato back in the series on a great team. No, Jared, take it back. Rethink it.
Let's not. I mean, let's not go there with a great team. I mean, they just renamed themselves. Okay.
What did they rename themselves? What's the name? Maxie, shut up!
Did you stop it?
Freaking dog.
McLaren. Schmidt-Peterson Motorsports.
Arrow McLaren SP.
Whatever they're called. Arrow McLaren SP.
Yeah, they need to start phasing the other guys out. They're here now. You can go. You've been used for what you needed. Now you can float away. Yeah. There you go, Neil. That's so inside, and I'm leaving it at that.
But anyway, it's just a team that was renamed.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Pato's back in the series is my point. Ollie is on the same team with him. I think it's a great. And if the season,
that's great. Yeah.
But you know what happens if the season doesn't happen and they gotta wait till next season, which, these kind of things that we're going through it isn't a quick freaking thing, everyone. Pick up a freaking book. It's gonna last until 2022 at least.
What do you mean? I thought one day like a miracle is going to just up and disappear.
Oh, no one's sick anymore just because, right?
Sure it is. November. It'll all be gone. We won't hear any more about it.
Yeah, it's either everyone's gotten it and got the antibodies, or they're just not here.
Well, hey, you know what? I got uncle bodies.
Oh, double guns. Oh, Chippison, you killed me. Freaking home run, Chippison.
Both kill me. There was drama at the end of F1 race. Hamilton did have a flat tire, so it was close to him losing.
He won with a flat tire.
Yeah,
Really?
Yeah.
Hamilton wins an F1 race with a flat tire. F1 has officially hit a new low of we are not a competitive racing series. There is no parity to be found. This man had won with 3 wheels. It's getting ridiculous. I am so.
Well, I mean, Bottas just signed a new contract. He just got a new deal.
Because they got money. They got money.
And Hamilton won't commit to it because he's an idiot.
Because he's
going to get more money out of this by saying, oh, I'm not going to commit to Mercedes. You really think, unless you want to go somewhere else and all you want is the money, you're an idiot running your mouth like this.
What else does he need to win that he hasn't already? Now he can cash in. Go to another team with a boatload of money, cash in, boom, you're out, Nico Rosberg style. Just saying.
If that's what he wants, be a man and say it.
Just like Nico did?
Doesn't matter. Be the man. Be like, hey, like, I want money. I want to see how much I think I have the talent that I can take to any. I know that's the best part. No, I want him to come out and say, I have the talent that I deserve the money. That one of these teams needs to pay me and pay me hard. And
say Mercedes because that's the only team that's going to pay him.
Exactly. And walk around there with your balls out, basically, and say, hey, I think I am the best.
Thanks for that mental image, by the way.
I thought of that South Park episode.
Which one?
Well, he said with his balls hanging out. Come on, the South Park episode, wheelbarrow.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, well, this is probably rated R now.
That's great. That's hysterical. That's hysterical.
I mean, I can start using
the
profanity part of my board.
Why was he carrying his just fun bag in the wheelbarrow again? I forget.
Because I think he
weren't they using them as bouncy bounces?
Yeah. Yeah, the whole town started to,
Doom-ba-doom-ba-doom.
Sorry, my bad.
I love that show. South Park's the greatest.
I sent this down.
Yeah, I can't. And it's you. Normally, you're trying to reel us in and smack me in the head, and now you're the one talking about, things. And
I'm just going to blame it on Jackson.
Okay, so quick, confusing question here. Am I reading this right? That Formula One is back at Silverstone again this weekend?
Yes. Yeah, Silverstone back to back.
Stupid.
Yes, they ran out.
I think they're making up for Australia GP in the beginning of the year.
So you're going to race at the same track back-to-back weekends where tires just got chewed up and people were crashing left and right?
Well,
awesome idea. Well, you couldn't find sort of Brands Hatch or somewhere else. Find another track.
Well, Pirelli has plenty of options for them to pick from this week. I doubt it's
soft, medium, and hard. Ooh.
You have hard, you have medium.
Yeah, but it was soft.
Super soft. You have ultra soft. You have petite soft. You have.
There's no petite soft. That doesn't.
There could be.
No, there's no petite soft. Shut up. No, but soft, medium, hard was not the tire combo from last week. I think it was the super softs that everybody were crashing on.
No, they only had soft, medium, and hard were the options. There was no super soft.
Did I not sound like absolutely just 100% positive about what I just said?
Well, you're not. I watched the race.
I didn't. No, everything I said was BS.
It always is.
I know. But then we get to what was really going on. See, instead of me,
there you go. Thank you, Jared.
Exactly. Until I say so as much, and you guys correct me, and then everybody gets the correct information. Would you like me to do a Q&A with you two? Is that fun? Is that entertaining? No.
Q&A.
It's more, like, hey, Jared. You say, "Hey, yes, Frank." So, "Hey, Jared."
Yeah.
So what tire compounds did they race in last week?
They ran in the petite softs,
Really? And what are they racing this week?
the super petite softs.
See? If we still have listeners after that, then
No, actually, I heard they're bringing out a new tire compounds called Frank Soft Pecker compound.
Pekka. Pecker.
Frank Soft Pekka.
I gotta put a freaking okay, we need to real language in, guys. Try to be clean here.
R-rated.
Yeah, because of you already.
Me?
I'm about to just start just talking how I normally talk with F this, everything else, because it's how we talk here in South Jersey.
I have an excuse.
I don't. Yeah, you know what? You've been using Jackson as an excuse for everything.
Well, it is.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Well, he doesn't like chocolate cake. What the hell?
You don't like chocolate. No, you love chocolate
I
cake.
love chocolate cake.
Yeah, I know.
He doesn't like chocolate cake.
Those
Not my kid.
Those size scream. You love it. Moving on. Yep, I just called my wife fat. So I know.
I'm gonna cry now.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah.
Probably because her emotions are all over the place.
I know they are.
I had to pick her up off the ground the other day or earlier. I'm like, why? You can't get up yourself? Because I'm a nice guy. Moving on. Yeah, she couldn't get up. Help, I've fallen, I can't get up.
Oh, you're such a liar.
I got a new guitar. You see him?
Nobody cares.
He's beautiful. Isn't she beautiful? Ooh.
Nobody cares.
Yeah, I stroke her at night. She likes it. Moving on.
When somebody gets stroked.
I'll see. Yeah, right. Anyway.
Here we go. So the
what, you finally found it?
Tires. Yeah, I've already found the tires for
Yeah, you see how we came to this? Because I said just something totally BS, Like I could have been right. Probably wasn't. Normally aren't. But I could have been. And then I look like a freaking seer or something. But I just get lucky. But at least it's a lot more entertaining to get your info this way by listening to an idiot get it wrong and then you two correcting him than me just ask you dumb questions. So, or me just going, I don't know, look up yourself. You want to know so darn bad. Oh, now you got me talking. The Jacksons got me
to, last weekend.
You can't use that.
Oh, why not?
Same one. Oh, yep.
Yeah, hard.
Because he's not inside of your body.
Hard tires, Jared.
Hard.
Or like me, soft. Missy medium at the moment.
No, just regular standard tires. Nothing special.
Yeah, it's F1. That's a perfect motto. F1. Nothing special.
Move along. Nothing to see here.
Yeah. First turn, first lap, and then you just beat the traffic home. Good luck, because they're all leaving too. Lap 4, the entire track's empty.
So is Perez going to get the race this weekend?
No, it's 14 days. I have no idea. Is he?
Oh, did he test negative? His next test?
Negative for what? AIDS?
No. COVID-19.
Perez got the full-blown AIDS. I'm sorry. That's not a joke.
He tested positive COVID, and Hulkenberg took a spot.
I wish it was just something a little bit less serious.
But it's something.
Full-blown eggs. Dun, 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 dun.
Well,
yeah, and then at the end, the guy's like, I wish it was something a little less serious. Love that stuff. I've been approached at least 7 different times from...
and Hulkenberg didn't even start.
Why do I talk?
Well, because it's probably something totally off topic that you're not even talking about racing.
She knows me like a book. Jackson made me do it.
So what was your racing point?
I didn't have one. Move
exactly.
On. What's the matter, Jared?
No.
Go ahead.
No,
Is there something you want to
yeah, nothing.
say? I got nothing. F1. I got nothing.
Exactly.
F1. Hamilton wins. Hamilton wins. I mean, honestly, like you think in 40 years, people look back like that Hamilton guy must have been really a legend. I mean, I can't believe that guy's lived through all that. And I'm like, not really. You know, Mercedes was really good, you know, and I'm sure we'll find out in the next 10 years about just how many loopholes that they've just, you know, found, exploited, or cheated in one way or another.
Wait a minute. What team is this? Holy cow!
Holy cat. Well, holy who?
Alpha Tori Honda. Who is that?
Who was AlphaTauri Honda, Jared?
Where are they?
AlphaTauri Hunter.
Honda.
Are you getting your baseball
Missy,
baseball racing?
Alpha.
references?
Wait.
Wait! I got it.
Daniel Kvyat. That's who he races for. Dude, weren't they something else last week?
No,
why are they changing
Toro
their name?
Rosso has Honda engines. That's why.
They were called something else last week.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of
It's AlphaTauri, Alfa Romeo,
It's Alfa Romeo.
Alfa Romeo, and Juliet.
I was like, I mean, what do you like?
Romeo, wherefore art thou Romeo?
You've read it, I can tell. By the way, I really did enjoy the Leonardo DiCaprio one. Didn't he do one? No, he didn't. Yes, he did. No, he didn't. Yes, he did. Right? Right? Didn't Leo do a Romeo and Juliet?
Oh, did he?
Didn't he? I remember like Leguizamo in it, right? Wasn't Leguizamo in it with him?
The Pest?
Okay, moving on. No, it was you know from
Yes, he did a Romeo and Juliet.
Thank you.
And Kate Winslet, I believe, was the Juliet.
I could care less. I was more,
okay.
you know, I was more.
Oh wait, no, Claire Danes.
I was going to say, wasn't it Claire Danes?
Yeah, I think it was Claire Danes.
You know, that great actress of our time, Claire Danes. I almost said it without laughing. She sucks. Moving on. But Leo was the man in that. Good God. I hate Shakespeare. Can't understand a word of it. Didn't have to. You know, Basketball Diaries, greatest movie, right, Jared? You ever say it? Basketball Diaries.
I don't like basketball.
Has nothing to do with basketball.
Oh well, either way, I've never seen it.
She's seen it. She doesn't watch movies. She's seen it.
What movie?
Basketball Diaries. Leonardo DiCaprio, Mark Wahlberg, back in the late or mid 90s ish.
I don't think so.
I got nothing.
Yeah. Okay, moving on. If only more people addicted to certain drugs would have watched it, maybe it wouldn't be. I don't know. Yeah, scared me half to death of them. So I guess it worked. All right. It was a movie about that poet Jim Carroll.
Don't care.
I know you don't. Moving on. Okay. I'm you know, there's not much to talk about, right? Okay, so would you like to talk about Road America Miss? Do you want to? Would you like to read off?
No. Why would we talk about Road America?
Because it was actually a decent freaking race.
Was it?
With you. Yeah, it was. Jared, did you catch any of it?
I didn't. I was golfing all weekend.
So you could have watched it then. You were golfing. I mean,
honestly, I forgot that.
I didn't know what was going on either. But you know, Townsend Bell and Aaron. No, okay, so Aaron Telitz and it's not Townsend Bell and Aaron Telitz, is it? They're not on the same car. They're on the same team, not the same car. So Aaron Telitz, though, I would like to give. I say he won in my book since it's IMSA. It's 2 drivers per car, right? So Aaron Telitz ran the first stint, or you know, the first run, and then his teammate, which I can't remember his name.
You should.
Why?
He's an ex-IndyCar driver.
Who is it again? Just tell me.
He's British.
Can you just tell me?
Jack Hawksworth.
Oh yeah, that guy. So he hands it off to the Hawk, who then has Townsend Bell catch him on cold tires, and basically Townsend Bell bent Hawksworth over his knee and went, "Whoosh, this is how you do it, son," and then took him in Canada corner. Is it Canada corner? Turn 5. You know where we always watch.
Canada corner is like turn 11.
Is that the carousel? Or
No.
I can't. Road America screws me up with the turns. Anyway,
Canada corner is down there in the woods.
the whole thing's in the woods.
Okay. There's a like you go down along, you come out of the carousel, and then you got that little kink there, and then you run down and you make that right-handed Canada corner.
Okay, right. Fair enough.
It's the only one that you can legitimately say that whole corner is deep in the woods.
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
Yes.
Okay, so the main braking part from turns 1, 2, and then somehow there's a 3 and a 4 in a straightaway.
Right, and 5 is one that is like the one that before you go up the hill under the Corvette bridge.
Exactly. T-Bell got him in the inside, faked him out, got him on the inside, and took him. It was a great move on his teammate. It was very clean, very professional, very, very textbook, I want to call it. Textbook pass by T-Bell. So Aaron Telitz brings the car in, gets out in first, and then half a lap later, after he relinquishes it to the Hawk, second. So, but you know what? So that's why I say, well, whatever. My point is I think Aaron Telitz deserves a hurrah and a kudos for that.
Well, I mean, and he's a hometown kid. Like that's his home track. So
Yeah,
he's succeeded in any car he's driven at that track.
He really has, yeah, and as well as he should. I mean, honestly,
yeah.
And plus, it's cool. It's really good for the hometown crowd there. So, because the hometown crowd at Road America are like diehard. Like,
oh yeah,
it's really awesome. It really
is. They love racing and eating up there in Wisconsin
at the same time. Yep.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, have you seen some of the food vendor stands at Road America? Oh, you can get like deep fried just about anything.
If it's cheese and there's a way to prepare it, it's done. You can get it. I mean, I drank it once. It wasn't cheese yet. It was just milk. I know it's crazy, right? Get it? It was a joke. It was a joke. Yeah. Terrible joke. I'm not funny. Come on, I don't claim to be.
Well, that's for sure.
I know. The reactions are funny. I'll be the brother of a bad joke every day. Hey, moving on. So my point being is, and by the way, I still don't get the whole what is the fries and gravy crap that is up there? What do you guys call that ridiculous stuff?
I mean, that's a Canadian thing. It's called poutine.
That's it.
French fries and gravy. It's the whole reason to go to Canada. Go over the border for some.
They have it in Road America. They had it in Road America. They're close enough.
Yeah, I know. But no, they put like cheese curds on
it. Yeah. What the Canadians don't do that?
I don't think. Oh, maybe they do. I don't
know. No, I think they do because
I think they do too.
You know why I know this? Because my co-host for Way Off Topic Radio live every Saturday at 11 p.m. Eastern on YouTube. Way Off Topic Radio, YouTube.com. Anyway, he's Canadian. He was telling me about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do remember when I went to the race in Canada, up in Toronto a couple years ago. There was, I made it a point to find Hinch, and I'm like, hey man, where can I find some good poutine around here? And he told me, anywhere.
Very helpful. Was he right?
Like thanks, Hinch. I'm gonna go ask Robbie. He can probably point me in a better direction.
He's like, I don't know. Let's spin a bottle, and I'm sure it'll point you in the right direction.
Yeah.
Where
can't you find some good poutine in Toronto?
I would have pointed at the Spada pot over there.
Oh no! Oh, That's so not good for Columbus. Screw Columbus.
What happened? What happened?
Their goalie just got pulled.
They're
down 3-0.
You know whose goalie hasn't gotten pulled? The Flyers. That's right. Goalie pulled when you win
I do want to strongly recommend to anybody listening to this on demand on Spotify, Podbean, your favorite podcast app, to please check out the live video. At the very least, if you can, watch the video, because we're trying to make this as much a video podcast as it is audio.
By the way, Lance was just asking questions. I just
I responded. Yep.
Oh,
you guys can watch us anywhere. We're trying to expand to be convenient to you guys, whether you want to watch us on Facebook, YouTube, Periscope. Your option. Find us on Podbean, Spotify, wherever you want. But like I said, if you're listening,
watch the
audio, I strongly recommend that you find some time to check out the video as well, because
awesome. I mean, the IndyCar news guy is hysterical.
Legit IndyCar news guy. Yeah, he has some. Let's just say some of his views are stuck in the past a little bit.
Not as progressive as we would like.
Yeah, what can I say? He comes from like the 40s or the 50s. I think he said 1922.
It's got I think it's like
a much simpler time.
Oh, he could even be 1906 maybe.
It could be 19XX is the year he comes from.
But you just said the future, and I'm like, what's that mean? 52, and I'm like, what?
Yeah,
anyway, I love the character. It's funny. Like, I could play off it as long as I can stop laughing. Your accent's terrible.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Personally, my favorite place to watch things that are live streamed that isn't YouTube is Periscope, and so we'll be there. YouTube, Hot Mic, obviously, because they were the first ones to reach out and work with us, very privately. So it was cool. Well, what's their names again?
What was that?
What's their names again over the Hot Mic?
They're just Hot Mic people.
Oh my God! No wonder I got ink all over my hands. This pen is linking all over me.
Linking all over you.
I was really hoping you didn't hear that. Anyway,
I was going to let it slide, but
yeah, linkering.
I can't let that slide.
I figured you might.
Yeah, but I would say Lance and everybody else listening. I mean, Periscope, YouTube, as much as possible. I try to, even though Periscope is Facebook, I just have a thing with Facebook.
Periscope is Twitter.
Right. I'm sorry. I'm thinking Instagram. Yeah. Which is another social media platform that I'm just clueless about anymore.
You should get on the TikTok.
Why? It'll be gone in next week.
Actually, that might be perfect because TikTok is limited to like 15 seconds.
It should be limited to just not being able to be accessed, honestly. And I don't want to go down this road. I don't want to talk about it. I'm not trying to get political. I refuse.
Let's talk about it.
Let's TikTok about it, y'all. Ugh. Yeah. Well, there was one cool one. I seen this chick, and she had just woke up, and she looked disgusting. Like, oh, yeah, right. And she was washing her mirror. Then third swipe in, she's gorgeous, and then back again to ugly. And then she finishes up, and she was gorgeous, like pretty quickly, like at a glance. But then when you got to look at her, you're like, ugh, what are you on? But anyway, that's what I saw. I don't watch many of them.
I don't have TikTok, so I can't. I have too many crap.
Hey, Jared, you know what else goes TikTok?
What?
A clock. That's right. Finally, you got it right on. You should have used it a lot more than just now, man.
I tried using it earlier, but you quickly just changed the topic and got away from it before I could hit the button.
Yeah, because I think I bombed so badly. I wanted to jump out of that pit.
Hey, you bombed like Beirut.
Dude, that's too soon. Maybe. By the way, I don't want to get into that either. But wow, an amazing explosion! Good God.
Yeah, and I would like to thank all the people who got out their phones after the first explosion, and then just all trained their phones on it, so we got just the amazing views of the actual real explosion.
No. They saw the smoke, and then the sonic boom hit them. Sound travels a lot slower than.
I was watching an Anthony Cumia show yesterday, and they were watching it in the video in slow motion, and you can see how the sonic boom just envelops the building next to it and actually impacts the smoke. As it's coming out, the building impacts the way the smoke plumes around the building.
Yeah, that's what.
Awesome.
That's because sound waves are like a thing. They exist.
All right, you're losing, Missy.
All right, sorry, Missy.
It's all good. We can wrap this up anytime.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have anything else as far as racing goes. I'm happy that RTI will be coming to New Jersey. And if they're going to allow fans, put it this way, if they're going to allow fans, and we'll know like as soon as humanly possible, if they're going to allow fans, reach out. And if you can make it down to the South Jersey area, I can throw some cots in the basement for you. Or get a hotel room, one or the other, and then go to the track, and I can make sure that you can buy tickets there. And
scalping them outside the front entrance.
No. I wanted to make it sound like I was going to offer tickets or have them. No, you can buy them. Please support our economy down here. We desperately need it. So South Jersey has been obliterated. What's that?
New Jersey wants all of your money.
No, just most of it. Yeah, most of it. I get some because I was able to pay the cable bill this week. See, it works. Yep. Right, baby. She was so proud. She's like, "You paid the cable bill?" Oh, God. And then it was like 3 hours of just. I was like, "Wow, maybe if I paid a bigger bill." None of that happened, by the way.
Out.
I was like, how far should I go with this? I think I already went too far. I'll stop now.
Out. That's vulgar.
And as of right now, IndyCar practice is starting August 12th, so next Wednesday.
If you got your NBC Sports Gold, you'll see it all day on there.
And that one day alone will be worth the price of a year-long admission to NBC Gold, for crying out loud. It is.
And just the background noise.
It's awesome.
Most of the cars going by at Indy.
I love working to it.
Better is being there in person, to hear it in person. But
I don't want to talk about being there in person.
I don't want to talk about it either.
Think about it. It's depressing. Moving on. At least I'll be able to watch it on all the TV.
I'll be able to sit at work.
Huh?
I'll be able to sit at my desk at work and have one monitor dedicated to it.
Until your boss walks in.
I don't give a fuck.
Whoa!
Oh.
Wow, this is definitely...
Take that out. That's vulgar.
Sorry, I don't care what my boss says. I do it anyways.
I mean, Missy brought this entire episode into explicit way long ago.
But not with that kind of language.
It doesn't matter. You still fucking brought us there. Anyway, so this was a fun episode. Not our normal, but is anything anymore? I don't know how to do a normal episode anymore. Maybe when things get back to normal, things will be normal again. That made perfect sense, actually. Somehow that did make sense. Any last words to our studio audience? Lance, anything? Any departing words? Anything that we said that you'd like to have a clarification on, or any idea, any thoughts whatsoever? Leave them in the comments, and of course, anybody can ask us any question during the week, and they can go to many of our social media outlets that Missy monitors because I've turned them all off by now. But Missy, where can they go to find them all at a one-stop shop kind of thing?
www.theindysportscarpodcast.com.
You should say it one more time because they might think that was like a period or something. Just take that off, Jared.
theindysportscarpodcast.com.
This is for Lance.
Oh, well, he didn't see it? I'm sure he didn't see it.
No.
Look it up.
Jesus, it is so big. And they want to say Hezbollah did that? Ha! That's military. I'm sorry.
All right.
Yeah. That's a cruise
Well-
missile or something. Sorry. Wow. Jared, did you see the crater after that somehow non-nuclear explosion?
Yeah. Yeah, I did.
Hey, there's nothing left. It's just like shunk. There used to be something here. Not anymore. Just totally insane. The one video I saw comes from about the only wait, oh, I'm sorry. Lance just let's see. Show the explosion to see what you're talking. Oh, okay. Missy looks so bored. And she's right in the middle, so it's like keep her in the middle at all times. It's hilarious. The facial expressions. Oh yeah. Tell me about it, man. Do not. No, it's cool, man. I mean, you really aren't. I mean, people are DMing on Twitter. I just don't have it open. Trust me. As soon as the show's over, I'll see them all, and I'll go, "Oh, I should have read them."
All right. Well, let's wrap this up. I gotta go back upstairs and take care of some stuff.
Dude, there's nothing wrong with that, Lance. Be proud, brother.
Yeah.
Proud. And by the way, Lance, we just did another amazing. I'm just gonna take this time, Jared. LIW, the Twilight Zone review has gone gangbusters somehow. I don't know how he did it, but our last episode just hit 300,000 views in 3 days. I don't know how that happened, but so we do it live every 10 p.m. Eastern on Tuesdays, and if you're a Twilight Zone fan, the original series, or the new Jordan Peele series, season 2 is really good. Season 1 sucked. I'm sure Josh Farmer can back me up on that. And definitely check it out. It's a lot of fun. And yeah, that's all. So go to liwstudios.com or go on Twitter, LIW the TZ review. And I'm really proud of the show. Been working with Phoenix on it for 4 years, so it's cool to see it pay off. But here, obviously, follow us on Twitter at ICP Podcast, and Jared, because it's right there at JD.
Yeah, it's on the screen, but it's at J DePau.
Yeah, but for everybody that isn't watching, is just listening, I know his name sounds extremely hard to spell because it is. It's JDEPOUW. So all you have to do is go to ICP Podcast, and his name is right there in the bio. So, and Jared, again, I know I say it in private, but I just want to put on the record that Missy and I couldn't be more happier that you have, become, a fellow co-host of the show since last year. So, really appreciate your time and your effort, man. We've had nothing but fun having you on, man, and the show's never been better. I'm not comparing it to anything. It's just it should get better as time goes on.
With the addition of the video, it's a whole new element. It's a whole new podcast.
Well, and that's because you brought that. That's all. That's all you. If I was left off my own devices, I'd still be just recording it, and that's it. But my point being is, you not only coming on, and we really have fun, a lot of fun, having you on, like we always do. We always have fun when we hang out, Yeah.
Well, I've been watching different video podcasts for years now, kind of learning from their styles, what they do, what works, what doesn't. And I've kind of found my way to incorporate what they do that works for them into this show. And it seems to be working.
I mean, Opie and
I've had to get death threats from drivers
Huh?
who are offended by what I've said about them.
Have you?
Well, no, I haven't. I have not yet received any threats from drivers
I have.
based on what I've said or
No,
what
no,
they've
no.
said on the show.
No, like maybe 3 years ago. Yeah. Yeah, but-
Oh yeah, that one. Yeah, I mean that was kind of warranted though.
yeah. I was so happy. I was like, got to him.
I got in their head.
I was like, ba-doom, it worked.
Think about that when you're going into turn one.
Yeah, you sock caca. Anyway, so on that one, cut that pot out. But no, but my biggest inspiration as far as radio goes, and yours too, is Opie and Anthony. Bottom line, you know, and you know what Jimmy's doing and Anthony. What?
It's shocking.
Oh, yeah.
Shocking.
I mean, we're really getting into it now. Let's go to the phones.
Snowy in Michigan.
Yeah, right. And it's so funny that, like, I was just listening to, it was their first. It was the day or so after their first celebrity softball game that they held, where they had one softball. and Jay Moss, you know, his hot as Nikki Cox. My God. So Jay Moore's wife, Nikki Cox, is over in Opie's dugout, is spiking all their beers with vodka, trying to get them totally and it didn't work.
Well, it wouldn't work on Anthony.
No. Anthony's. It was Opie versus Anthony. Anthony had Jay Moore's. He had you know, his boys, and then who's over in Opie's? Freaking Jose Canseco. Because of course Opie would take it to a next level, because that's not funny, you know.
Right? Yeah.
Anthony, you know, brought the funny. So, and Opie, you know, he's been doing this for 18 years. So whatever.
I can't. I'm still waiting for the moment for you to text me during the show. This little C won't even look at me, and then you accidentally send it to Missy.
Oh my God, dude. And by the way, like, I was going through my, like, because I was trying to offload files and stuff, make, you know, I mean, just general upkeep of that everybody should do with their please share a link to Twilight Zone. Just go on Twitter, buddy. It's you know, LIW, the Twilight Zone, or I'm sorry. Yeah, Lance, I'll just DM it to you, buddy. Because I can't comment on this thread. Can you, Jared? I don't know where this thread.
Yeah, I can send
it's the YouTube thread. Okay, hold on. Let me. You know what? I can share the YouTube thread to the YouTube thread for him. There you go.
Yeah.
And I know it's a bit way off topic, which is another YouTube thread I can show out there, because that's my show that I do with Scott Brainy Beaver. He's a flat Earth debunker channel. Not really flat. He doesn't debunk them. He just pokes them with a stick and makes fun of them bad now. Because, I mean, how can you debunk people that can't prove anything? So, anyway. So yeah, let me do that right now. Jared, what do you think? See, I'm looking at, I just want to answer this real quick. Mid Ohio, right? I did not see what happened happen. I thought, if anything, they would run it without any fans. So I guess
it was
that
last week Friday, I got an email telling me that media credentials were approved. And I was,
which I'm like, what?
I'm like, I'm like, okay, it's on. I'm actually going to get to go to the race. I was getting ready to start typing out, because I was out golfing, and I was waiting to get back and start sending emails, booking interviews left and right, just all the content I can do. And before I could even get back and start sending emails, less than 24 hours later, they pulled the rug out from under it.
Well, I mean, just between you, me, and everybody else listening, after I was denied,
Yeah, that I was very disappointed about that. I don't. It's not my decision. I don't understand.
No, I
I don't
know.
know who makes these what they make these decisions based off of. I don't know if it's because I applied through my website through Real Open Wheel and not through the podcast. But I'd also mentioned that I'm out with the podcast, and you had mentioned that I'm with you. I don't understand.
You were in my application.
I don't understand how it works.
Yeah, the only thing I said is I need a parking spot.
Standard policy that these people would just say, hey, this is a policy. This is what we're looking for. This is what we want. And
This year will be year 11. Would have been, found it right on, Lance. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty easy, man. LIW, and definitely check out Phoenix West's YouTube channel. It's called Loitering in Wonderland. It's in the description of where you found LIW, the Twilight Zone Review. It's right there. And because he's the main co-host of the show, a comedian that I've been doing the show with a long time, and the guy's out of his freaking mind. But he's really funny. So at any rate, and then there's Way Off Topic Radio, just how you say it, and that's another YouTube channel where you can check me and Scott out. And Jared was on one with us the last time, and it's really just Way Off Topic Radio. It's way off topic as way. I mean, the name's very literal. I don't know what we can go into. It's explicit as hell, or heck, I should say. We've already destroyed this clean rating on this show, this episode. So,
yeah, a little explicit this one.
But like I was saying, Mid Ohio, man, like, this would have been we've been going there since 2011.
Yeah, it's a great track.
Yeah, Missy's first race was 2010, New Hampshire. Yeah, so 2010. The double birds.
Birds.
I almost did it because I'm still thinking like whatever. Because like Missy and I saw Will do the double birds, and where we were sitting was directly behind, directly on the start finish line, and we were all the way up top, and we were sitting up against the race control there above that, because it had a little awning. So like the first 3 rows from the race control down were dry, because everything else had been poured on. I mean, dude, it wasn't a sprinkle, it wasn't a spritz.
Downpour.
Yes.
Like that track was still wet. You could see a wet and dry line.
Dude, I could literally see the rain hitting the track all over the place. I mean, it's not like it was a fine mist. It's not like, I mean, it's not like, New Hampshire didn't just decided we won't upkeep our track like Tony Gossage, and the track was weeping instead of leaking, which is a big difference apparently. No, it's basically Tony George took shortcuts in his upkeep of the track, and it finally bit him in the butt, because I've never seen a race called on rain because it rained 18 hours earlier in Texas. In Texas during the summer? What am I missing here? Remember it was Rossi's first year, because it was Rossi.
16.
It was. Yeah, it was like 4 of them, right? It was Hinch, Rossi.
Yeah, 16 was the year that
Yeah, they went in the stands. Remember? When Texas was called for the rain. Or during the rain delay.
Yeah.
During the rain delay when it wasn't raining.
Yeah, then they delayed it for 60 days. That was because I went back for it.
Right. But my point is it hadn't rained before that point for about 16 hours. And it was still leaking. It was
coming out of the ground.
No, it wasn't coming out of the ground. It was coming out of the track, because what Eddie Gossage had done was he used such a cheap aggregate of the track to where the main base concrete pad of the track is concrete and it's grooved, right? And it all comes down into, where the grass line meets at rate like as the asphalt meets the grass, right? Like about, I don't know, 3 feet, not the grass, but on the asphalt, it's piping that goes all the way around. And the concrete, there's grooves, and it channels all the water down underneath the track into the piping and then out, right? Well, throughout these layers of aggregate and asphalt and everything, through over the years, all the fine particles and rubber and everything else and all that crap, sand, because it's Texas, obviously, it basically made the tracks pretty much solid. I mean, think of a bunch of wire meshes, right? You know how I don't know if you've ever seen people like gold, like what do they call that when they scoop up a bunch of sand and stuff and looking for gold and stuff?
Panning.
Sure, but with like mesh, like wire meshes, where like the holes in between the wires are smaller and smaller and smaller, right? You follow?
Yes, like silting.
Right. So, so it basically, you go from smallest to biggest, right? The layers you do. Well, if any of the layers start to get clogged, then the water will go down and stop, and it won't hit the concrete pad of the track and channel itself down, right?
Uh-huh.
So where can it go? It comes up,
Right.
and that's why in parts of the track they called it weeping, which weeping is when the water comes out from underneath the ground into the track.
Right.
That's not what was going on. Leaking is when the track needs to be totally maintenance in a bad state of way, to the point where almost 24 hours later you still can't race on it because it hasn't, the water the water couldn't go anywhere. So there you go. Because literally that off season, what did Eddie Gossage do? He ripped up the entire track and relayed it. Why? Because of that. It was ridiculous.
Yep.
So yeah, there you go. I know, that was a thing. Well, that was like 2016, right?
Yeah, 16 or 17. It was a
No,
while ago.
it was 16 because Jay Shep to the talk was Jay Shep TikTok was still he was our co-host, the original, one part of the original 3. The last time I saw him, he was peeling wheels in Indy, peeling wheels out of some pancake house at 8:00 in the morning. Give me the finger. Last time I ever saw him.
And I didn't want to forget, be remiss not say rest in peace, Brian Clausen. So 4 years ago today was his accident. That would take his life the following day. So
Oh yeah. I was like, oh
yeah, he was trying to do 200 sprint car races in 2 days or in 200 days.
Yeah, I totally forgot about him.
That was.
I feel bad. It really was. He was like I had legit met him like a month earlier, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
He's an awesome guy.
I think I met him with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. Like we talked to him for almost an hour.
Mhm.
Was it that long? It felt that long. It probably, bless you. It probably wasn't that long, but he was a good guy, man. He was a really friendly guy. Yeah.
And I remember being there at Indy in the press conference the following morning because there was a Firestone tire test, and I went down there for the test. And that previous day, the accident happened, and they had announced that he had passed that following morning. It was nothing. Nothing felt right that day.
No, tell me about it, man. I mean, and then the Justin Wilson thing was bad.
First, that was the year before.
I know, but I would like to see
12-month stretch. We lost 2 drivers.
I know, man, but I would like to say, we've become really good friends with Renus VK over the last few years, right? And not for nothing, man, but if this Aero kit or whatever.
Screen and the Halo and stuff.
Yeah, I really hate to say it, man, but I don't think he'd be around after.
No.
There's no way he would have, or he'd be fighting for his life, one way or another. But the arrow screen saved their buddy's life.
Screen saved his life by far.
Oh yeah, and that arrow screen, about nobody can tell me different, would have saved Justin's life as well. So
Oh, absolutely.
yeah, so that right there, plus Renus with VK is still with us. Colton heard it. Will you wait for the guy in front of you to go? I'm not going to blame you totally. I mean, I can't see through what you were seeing through. Maybe you saw something differently. I didn't, but you were the only one that went. No one else did. I don't know what else to say there. But at any rate, regardless, when a wreck happens, I don't try to blame anybody because that's why they call them accidents.
Your breath and hope everybody's all right.
Exactly. I don't put my beer down and cheer.
It's not NASCAR.
Exactly.
They celebrate and cheer and want to see that.
Yeah.
On a road course, I'm fine with it because it's a road course. On an oval, I don't want to see it.
I don't ever want to see a wreck, period, man. Period. But, I am a little bit less I'm a little bit less concerned, I suppose, doing road course. But at St. Pete, though, that's terrifying because there's no runoffs, really. I mean, I watched a guy break both of his legs, was it 2 years ago there? From one of the sports car groups from, I think it was Continental GT, maybe. I could be wrong. Anyway, but my point being is I think the aero kit, they had to get it right, so it worked, and it saved Renus's life. I'm totally and utterly convinced of that. So I'm very happy it's here, and everybody says it looks ugly. Fine, sure.
Yeah, who cares?
I don't care what it looks like because it looks a whole lot different at 230 some miles an hour.
Yeah,
and you know what? Whether it looks or good or bad, the drivers love driving it. It promotes great racing. What more do you want? And it's still open wheel. Yeah, exactly. It's still open wheel racing. It's not called open cockpit racing.
Yeah,
I've never heard that. It's open wheel racing. And for a little while there, it was not because of those big, Batman fairings around the wheels. They're gone,
rear bumpers.
Yeah, the rear pods.
Yeah.
They caused so many problems for so long. Like, good God. Yeah, debris. It was trapping air, so people were doing backflips at Indy. Remember that? And them out.
Wasn't too thrilled with all that.
I remember Ryan Hunter-Ray having the craziest looking journey with one. Wasn't Ryan Hunter-Ray that would like flip twice? Wasn't he the one that just? Or no, who was it? I think I'm right, wasn't I? Yeah.
Oh, there's a bunch of guys that flipped.
No, but RHR did it twice.
Not the Hondas.
Oh yeah, they were all Chevys, but I think that was just cool.
Ed Carpenter flipped. Leo flipped. Newgarden flipped.
Yeah. No, Newgarden wasn't part of the team, man. Oh yeah, no.
No, even if he wasn't, he still flipped.
Yeah, no, I remember because he was still Chevy. Yep. No, you're right. But honestly, I think it was a coincidence. To be honest, it might have been, might not have been. It doesn't matter. With that, hey Josh, right on.
Glad you joined us here at the end.
No cookie.
Frank doesn't know anything. Missy knows a little bit, but she's gone now.
Yeah,
I apparently know nothing because.
No, I mean, wait. Did you click the link? I can't click the link for some reason.
Yeah, they're just pictures. I can't click on them because of the way they're coming through. You'd have to actually go onto the Facebook thing here.
Josh, just text them to me, bro.
Hold on, I got something here.
So, but anyway, I mean,
all Stream Deck does.
I lost you. Oh no. Let me snip it. Josh or Jared. It looks like I'm live because there's a counter there. I think I'm all by myself. This is rare. That rhymed. Josh, if you can hear only me or Lance, somebody let me know in the chats. Would be great. So I know exactly what's going on here because Jared just kind of froze up. But yeah, so I'll just take this opportunity. Everybody, I really appreciate you guys' support as always. Missy and I and Jared are really appreciative of everybody just listening.
That was weird.
Hey, there you are. There's two of you. Okay, there you are. I was actually ending it trying, because I thought you had left, but
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
but I think we should end it. We've been going for an hour 40, and I got to go to work. So, yes.
There we go.
I
That's
stepped-
what Josh.
Oh God. What is that? What is that? What the hell is that? A jelly donut. They pay for it. They pay for it. Oh, I can't speak. All right.
On that note, barf is barf.
Yes, that's the extreme of. That's a prototype. I mean, I don't know what that is. Is that another Panos reimagining? It just doesn't look like it. Never mind. That kind of looks cool. If they would, it looks like
a Batmobile.
Yeah, which was the problem. You know what I mean? Back a few years ago. But it looks like a better version of a what's that series I don't care about? But
Formula One.
No. I actually do. I still do care about it. I care about it because I want it to get better because I've always loved it. But it does no, the electric one.
Formula E.
Formula E. It looks like a better Formula E car than what they have now. Because look, they finished the back wing. That's all I'm saying.
All right. Well, thanks everybody for tuning in. We'll be back next week. If we're here next Thursday, we'll be able to recap the first couple days of Indy 500 practice and then get you guys ready for qualifying and pole day next weekend. But thanks everybody for tuning in. We'll see you next week.